Hello everyone, Eric Druin here, Page Kelowna. Welcome to another edition of the Market Wrap Up. Here we're going to cover March 2026. The market finally woke up. Sales are up compared to last year after first couple of months of the year, kind of like, little softer start. But we're definitely got some good momentum building, and on top of that, listings have been new listings have come out on a lot slower pace than last year. So that basically tightens up the balance of the markets. The buyer market that was is not expanding. It's starting to curve back towards a balanced territory. Anyways, let's get into the little presentation, get you some more details. And here we go. Kelowna real estate market. So yes, as we can see, sales are higher than the past March and the trend is going up. And I do expect this trend to keep going. So we got more sales. We've got a little less inventories. As a matter of fact, new listing decreased by 20% in the single family sector. That's definitely notable. Pricing is definitely stable. We can have a look over here, and basically the combination of inventory coming down and sales going up brings a little more balance, favoring both buyers and sellers. It's good for everyone right now. Here we go, and if we go into the single family home, take a look at the price. When we say stable price, that's what they've been doing for the last 5 years. They're in this little sideways range, and that's what we're in. Obviously, this is the benchmark price for your typical homes. Doesn't mean that all the homes are worth $1 million. There's still homes in the mid 700s, and of course, there's homes for all price ranges there above that. And then when we go to townhomes, the price is also stable there. It just takes a little longer to sell them this year. That's about it. Listings are also down. So if we look at townhome prices, they have been into a sideways range. They gave us a little scare that the sky was falling, but they're right back into the range here again. And when we're looking at the condo, what I will notice most here is this 13% new listings drop. That's a welcome news for the condo market because there was a lot of inventory, and with increased sales there, also at 13%, versus last year, that's tightening the balance, and that's going to be good to support the condo pricing. As a matter of fact, if we look at the condo prices, it's well settled in a tight range. We're near the bottom of the range there, so we should recover here in the coming months and keep within our range because the conditions are stable going into the good months of summer. With the crowds coming back to the city, I think it bodes well for the condo market as well. And it's not important to notice that the condo market saw the strongest sales growth in Kelowna, and that's also, I've noticed just anecdotally in my own business, more first-time buyers coming into the market and getting pre-approved and wanting to take advantage of the I won't say all-time high affordability, but so definitely best affordability since COVID, definitely right now. So this shifting dynamics, again, we're transitioning towards a balanced market, less inventory, more sales. Basically, we're about seven-ish months of inventory right now. So 6 months will be your balanced market. So it's still slightly in the buyer's favor, but it's shifting. Certainly. When we talk about interest rate, there was an interest rate decision in March. No change. So if you're on a variable, you're on a variable. Nothing's changed. Because of the war in the Middle East, bond yields have gone higher, and most 5-year or fixed rates in general have gone up about 0.5% over the last month. Something to consider. With some peace talk, things may settle back a little bit with the bond yields, but that is left to see. The national forecast used to predict a 8% increase in national sales. Now they're down to 5.1. That's notable. They're saying that BC, especially Kelowna, according to the Bank of Canada and Korea, the Canadian Real Estate Association, Kelowna is positioned as the primary beneficiary for this predicted growth. So fingers crossed, it does happen. So the spring outlook for buyers, well, you still have high inventory, good selection, rates being stable, and the high inventory selections gives you negotiation leverage, and also the stable rates, provide some affordability. So what I would suggest is to act early in the springs before things shift once again and the crowds come in and markets get tighter. Secure your pre-approval, because if rates are threatening to go higher, you can lock in your rate for 4 months if you talk to your bank or mortgage broker. If you don't have any professional, feel free to check in with me. I'll have my phone number, email somewhere in this screen here. Focus on value. Look for properties that have been on the market for a little longer, so you can get in the negotiation a little more aggressive, and you'll make sure you do your due diligence. Take the time to do your due diligence, because you do have time right now. The market is not so tight where you got to go conditionless. And if you are a seller, this is a zoom in. This graph is a zoom in of this little sideways trend there. So it hasn't been shifting all that much, but competitive pricing is definitely, if your realtor says your house should sell within this and this, kind of give you a range, I would suggest to price closer to the bottom of the range there in order to be competitive and stick out in your competition. Then you'll achieve your goals. Presentation is everything. Buyers, they like I like to say they like their food chewed for them. Basically, they don't want to have to do much work, renovations, everything. They like everything moving, ready, and pleasing to the eye. So there we go. Also, unfortunately, you still got to expect longer timelines, 2 to 3 months to get an offer right now. And early spring timing, beat the rush. Inventory is going to peak in May or June. It's time to settle yourself on the market while there is less competition for you. So basically, prime opportunities for buyers. It's a good time to buy. It's a good time to sales, because the buyers are starting to step in. We're seeing the seasonal trends come in, albeit a little late this year. Typically, we get a little busier a little sooner. But at the end of the day, we've got stability in pricing, and the market's not dead. There's a lot of transaction, and it's going up with the season. So if you'd like to see how all of this applies to you personally, you'd like to have a chit chat, super happy to have a personal call with you. In the description, there's a link. I'll also have my number, email, and contact info. Simply reach out. Always happy to help and answer your questions. So we'll see you next month. Thanks for watching.